wherever you are. Hope the sun is shining. It's shining on me this morning. And it looks like it's going to be a lovely day. So come into your yoga space, find a comfortable seat. You will need a chair or maybe be near a sofa towards the end of the practice. Either a kitchen chair or maybe a sofa that's high enough, or an ottoman, because I want to put the legs up. And just come and settle in your yoga space for a moment. Sitting on a chair, sitting on the floor, cross-legged in Sukhasana, Padmasana, any of those poses that feel good for you. Or sitting up on the knees in Vajrasana. Just allow yourself to arrive. Nice, long spine, lovely long neck, rising up. Nice open front, nice soft chest. Ribs able to move freely. Just a sense of length, always rising up in yoga. Always the mind transcending, lifting up the energy, rising up, and trying to maintain the energy that we create in our practice. Eyes are softly closed. Jaw can be dropped slightly, lips can be slightly parted. Soft shoulders. Shoulder blades just sliding down the back. A posture of ease and comfort. We're breathing in through the nostrils and back out through the nostrils, just with an easy rhythm. No need to grip the breath or grasp it. No need to suck it in an aggressive way. Just allow the air to come in through the very central of the nostrils, just the very center. And just notice how it feels. As it comes in, maybe there's a slight tickling, a coolness around the nostrils, a real focus, a real awareness there. And as it goes out, maybe you notice that the air is warmer, maybe not. Just focusing on your natural breath for a few moments to step into your yoga practice space in your mind, body, breath. And draw your hands to your heart. Place the palms together. Maybe the thumbs come towards the heart. Maybe you set yourself a sankalpa, an intention, or maybe there's just a thought, a wish, a feeling that you want to bring in. Or maybe there's something you need to let go of this morning. Now I'm going to chant to bring in power and the blessings of the gurus, the people that came before, the teachers that passed the knowledge on. Without them we would know nothing, we wouldn't be able to practice. So take a deep breath in, you can join me or you can just listen. Om Tat Paramparaye Vidmahi Jnana Lingeshwaraye Dhimahi Tanno Guru chodayate Om. You can drop your eyes towards your hands and come into your practice space. And as I say, I hope you are all well. Just turn this noise off. I just need it for the timing. I have got an injury which I thought was getting better, but overnight it's been quite painful. I've got some, I'm not sure if they're cracked or just bruised, so I'm going to try and get an x-ray today on my right ribs from a loose dog jumping up on me. I know, it's a bit of a strange one, but this is what happens. So I'm going to take it easy today. I had planned a full Hatha yoga practice concentrating on the lymph, which I wanted to explain a little bit about, but I'm going to park that until next Sunday, until I feel better. We're going to do a little bit of work with the lymph and try and get it moving in the body, which helps our immunity, which carries white cells, to help us fight infection within and without the body, you know, so it's very important, and it doesn't have its own powerhouse. It usually starts in the extremities and has to work against gravity up and to the heart. So it needs some help sometimes. So we will do a very easy inversion with the legs on the chair, which will help. It also gets rid of fluid. It also gets rid of, you know, as it flows through the lymph nodes, gathers up, you know, any impurities, and is really helpful. So I'll do a whole class on that when my ribs feel better. So we're just going to warm up, so you can come into a nice seated position on the floor and release your legs. When we're working with the lymph, I just tell you, it's nice to work with the extremities, with the feet, with the hands, with the ankles, strengthening all of that up to help us increase the flow of energy, increase the flow of lymph, so there's no blockages. And of course, our respiratory function also helps with that. So sitting up nice and tall, maybe you can just pull some padding back from your sit bones so you really feel as though you're sitting up beautifully and straight with a lovely, lovely erect spine, okay? And we're going to just start with the feet. So sitting up straight is already, can be an effort for some people. So if you need to bend your knees a little bit or sit up on a block or a cushion, that's fine. I'm just bringing my hands behind, and I'm just going to start by breathing in and pointing my toes, really pointing them, really stretching open the ankle joints, and breathing out and drawing the toes back. This is what I'm doing. We're warming up with some traditional Gitananda, that's my tradition, jatis, warming up movement. So you point away and you draw back. And we're just doing it in synchronicity with the breath. Breathing in, point away. Breathing out, draw it back. And do this a few times and feel as though you're really working the feet, you're really working the ankles. Don't be half-hearted about it. Draw it right back, right back. Now when they're drawn back, I want you to just feel as though you are firming up the muscles, because obviously muscles and contraction and muscular skeletal activity also increases the lymph, also gives it a little bit of a push, because it doesn't have its own powerhouse. It's not like the heart. It doesn't reside in just one place and pushing it out. It has to, you know, rely also on us helping it along. So just see if you can firm up the thighs and really push through the heels, push through the soles of the feet and relax it. And just notice the work you're doing. This will also strengthen the legs and help support the knees, because the knees don't have that much help. They only bend in one direction. So everything around the side depends on the strength of your tendons, your ligaments, how much range of motion you have, what the muscles like in the quads, what are they like in the hamstrings. And we're going to do that again. So breathing in, I'm just pushing through the heels, really flexing my toes, hopefully you can see me. Firming up the quads and releasing it. We'll just do it one more time. Breathing in here, push through the heels, and breathe normally. You're not holding your breath in, you're just breathing in to lift them. So my heels are off the floor, my toes are coming towards my nose, and I'm firming up the thighs. I'm really squeezing them as as though they're coming together. And release them, and just notice that just doing that starts things moving. So we're going to leave the left leg just alongside, open it out a little, and isolate the right ankle. So I just want you to rotate the right ankle, and you use your toe to draw a big, big circle, really getting into the ankles, because we're going to do a bit of work on the lymph, but it's not as much as I had hoped because of my own injury. Okay, and then back, the other side, and hopefully that's a lesson to you in looking after your own body. I did practice last night and I thought, could be okay, and then this morning I thought, nah, this needs a bit of rest. So going back the other way, then isolate the right foot and start rotating the left. And the way to think about it is you're drawing a circle with the big toe. And if you're feeling you're leaning back too much, don't have to lean back too much. Don't put too much effort into the hands on the floor, and come back the other way, and this time we'll do them both together. So sit up again, remembering you want to have as straight a back as possible, but you do also want to have support with the hands. So we are teaching on a Sunday, we are practicing on a Sunday from a therapeutic perspective. Okay, so everything I do, I try and teach from a therapeutic perspective. And coming the other way. So we're a little bit more mindful even of how the body feels and what we need to do. And really deep circles, take time with it, and then just shake it out. Then I want you to breathe in with the legs straight, and breathe out, bring the outer edge of the foot to the outer edge of the mat. So I'm turning them out, so I look a bit like, I don't know, penguin or something, I'm not sure. And breathe out, bring them back in, breathe in, and out, just a few times, just to rotate those thighs, those hips, those knees, and just give it a little bounce out. Give it a little bounce out, and shake out your hands, because maybe you've been putting a lot of pressure on your hands. You can maybe do some nice shoulder shrugs. Okay, so we are going to hold on to either the back of the knee. It's a bit dark in here today, I don't know why. Hopefully you can see me okay. The back of the knee or the back of the thigh, and we're just going to again rotate those ankles. And it's not a joint that goes 360 degrees, so you just have to do that by drawing the circle and back the other way. And then maybe you can hold the shins and bring the knee in a little bit closer, hug it a little bit closer without coming back too much. And the other way. Good. And shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, and place it down. And bring the other leg in, just hold it under the knees first of all. So we're just working up. It's a Sunday morning, maybe people are feeling, I just want coffee and pancakes, I don't want to move too much. So easing yourself gently into the day. And the other way. And then maybe coming a little bit closer, okay, and another couple of rotations. So we're opening up the ankle, we're making sure that everything is flowing well, we're getting the range of movement, because we always want to strengthen the feet, strengthen the ankles, and stretching it out. Maybe some gentle bouncing forward. So up again, really nice open chest, a nice erect spine, hands can come on the thighs, and I just want you to keep your chin pointing up and out so you don't round too much. And this could be really gentle, because I'm finding that it's the forward folds that are compressing my sore rib too much. Okay, so you all might have something. Thinking of folding at the hips, not folding around the back. Come a little bit closer, lower down, maybe reaching forward a bit more. Maybe to the toes, just gently bouncing, nothing too earnest at this time in the morning when you might just be unfurling, reaching up and reaching back down. Bringing the belly back slightly as you come down, but not too aggressively. Breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. And this time you can maybe stay down, but you don't have to come all the way down. It's not a full, what we call Paschimottanasana, where you're really bringing the chest down. This is just warming up. So a couple of bounces there as you just stretch. And maybe you open up to the right. You can keep the one hand on the toes there or on the shin, wherever you can reach. Maybe you open up to the right, stretching out to the right side. And bring it back. And the other side. And bring it back. And these jatis, these warming up sequences, really make sure that, injury is less of a risk. They prepare you for your physical practice, for your pranayama practice, for everything. Just getting the energy going. And breathing in, come back up. And open out. I just want to do a couple of twists this morning. So please bring the right foot in against the inside knee. It doesn't have to be up as high, okay? This is a gentle practice, okay? Maybe you want to bring the foot across. Bring the right foot across, and the left leg is quite active here. You want to really straighten up, and we're just going to breathe in with the left arm up and bring it forward, then wrap it around so that we really get the elbow, the knee into the crook of the elbow. And again, it's gentle, so don't go too deeply with it. Bring the right arm behind. And this might be it for you. I think maybe I'll go a little deeper, but I won't go any further than my ribs allow today. So breathe in, feel nice and tall. Bring the thigh against the belly. And breathe out. Twist from your midline. You can think of it as it's a spinal twist, but you can think about you bringing your belly button to the right, okay? That can help you. Breathe in here. Breathe out. And bring the belly button across to the right. And we'll just do one more breath. Breathing in. And breathe out. And don't think that you have to look back. Don't bring the head right round if it's straining the neck. And breathe in and look forward. And you can unravel and just shake it all out. And we do the other side. So nice, long, strong right leg. Nice, tall, erect spine. A nice, soft, open front, okay? You're going to bring your left knee across. Your left foot is on the floor, on the outside of the right leg. Everything is really robustly centered in the mat. No wobbling. You will lift up your right arm. You can lean forward with it so that you get the maximum length of your arm before you start to wrap the elbow around the knee. And I'm sorry I got my back to you now. So, same thing, left hand behind. Feel the thigh against the belly. Breathe in here. Breathe out. And twist gently to the left. You're dragging the belly button to the left on the exhalation only. Breathe in. Breathe out. Twist the spine a little more. Maybe you look back, maybe you don't. Breathe in here. And breathe out. Good. Breathe in, look forward. And this helps give your whole organs, as well as being a spinal twist, which is always a nice thing, it gives your whole organs a nice massage and can help with the elimination process, So twists are really good if you're having some digestive issue or if you haven't been to the toilet for a while, those kinds of things. Okay, I feel I want to bring my feet in a moment and just hold on to either the shins or the ankles, and I'm just going to press my feet together as I just butterfly, and they don't have to be that close, and don't worry about the knees not being low to the floor. When you're just warming up, the hips need time to soften and melt open, if that's what you need them to do. So don't worry too much about that. And I'm just going to bring the left foot straight and bring the right foot as close as I can to my perineum, so my heel is coming right in, but it could be lower down, okay? And the right knee is coming to the floor, or maybe it won't. You could put cushion like this if it hurts the hips. Don't let the hips hang, and just bounce it out and open up and enjoy. Okay, we're not striving today in any shape or form. We're just encouraging the energy to move in the body. We want it to open up a little bit. We want to feel ease in the body, so no stiffness. And this is what our practice is today. Okay, so once you've done that for a little while, it can be nice to either hold under the knee, hold under the ankle, whatever you feel is good. And we're just going to open it out to the side. And this is just a static position, just for a few seconds. Just open it out and breathe out, bring it back, and hold wherever you feel comfortable. It could be under here, could be under there. Breathing in, open it out, and breathe out, and in, and see if you can go a little wider, and let's see if we can swing a bit now. And this is what one of my daughters calls the teddy bear action, which I think I know what she means. Okay, and I'm just swinging a bit more gently than I normally would because of my ribs. It helps me to keep mobile with it, but anyone who's had any rib injury knows it can be painful, so I don't want to cause any more injury. And bring it in, and bring it back. And just lean back and look at your feet and see what's happening with the legs. What do the legs feel like? What's the difference between them? Is there any difference? Yeah, there may not be. Bring your hands behind before we do the other side. Okay, point the feet. My fingers are pointing towards my bottom, but they're on the floor. Okay, they're on the floor. So I'm rolling my shoulders up and back, my chest is open, and I'm breathing in, I'm just lifting up. I just feel I want to open my chest, I want to use my arms to strengthen, and breathing out. I don't flop down, I use my strength. We're doing that 3 times. If you can't get the bum off the floor, don't worry, just try the movement. You might want to bend the knees, that might be easier to get up in that way. So I'm breathing in. You can just look at the ceiling, or you can look back. Press the feet into the floor, press the hands into the floor, and breathe out. Just take a moment. You might want to shake off the hands. We're just doing it one more time. Okay, bring the hands behind here. Breathe in and see if you can get the hips higher. Look back or look up. Breathe, don't hold the breath, and come back down. And shake off the wrists. Maybe you need to do some rotations. If anyone has wrist problems, they have had carpal tunnel, they find yoga quite challenging because of the pressure on the wrists. I do have a 15-minute practice on YouTube just for the wrists, so check that out. It's under Go Slow Yoga. It's all available to you for no charge, so check it out. I'm coming this side because I don't want my back to you. And we're bringing the left foot up, okay? So bring it up as close to the groin area as you can, unless you have real problems with your hips and that doesn't work and you have to bring it further down. And let's just enjoy, I think sometimes we are forgetting how to enjoy everything. So I've got a little reading about gratitude later, so even though I've got this challenge now with an injury, which I find frustrating because I've got commitments and I've got things I want to do, and hold on to under the knee or the foot, as my sister said today, well, just think of it, it's your practice of patience. And I thought, well, yeah, it is. So keep it out a little bit, just keep breathing into it, keep the right leg down, and breathe it back in. And breathe in and push it out. And then maybe, with your right hand on the floor, you just want to swing it a little bit, just to get a little bit of energy in there, a bit of momentum. And it's fine if your hand is here. You're still working with the hip if your knees are bent. And we all have different bodies, different challenges, different issues. Okay, and bring it back in. bounce out your legs. Okay, I'm going to face forward. Face forward. We're just going to do a little bit of work for the shoulders, and I'm being very careful here because it's these sorts of movements that are challenging me at the minute around here. But I do need to keep space there if it's going to heal. And forward. And breathe. Ah, lovely. I love these things. That's good. And bring your legs into cross-legged. Yeah, bring them into easy cross-legged, however you're sitting cross-legged, okay? Sitting up nice and tall, and just arrive in your space. And we're going to do this kind of rocking. It's not rocking actually. You do rock from sit bone to sit bone, but it's actually a rotational movement, okay? And I just want you to start small. Hands on the knees, and we're going in one direction, and you can make it as big or as small as you like, so you can come all the way back, all the way forward. Mine is, I'm making a smaller movement than I normally would, okay, so you can go much bigger than me if that suits you. You know, you can sort of come all the way back, so you're almost toppling back, but you're not toppling back, okay, go to your extent if you want to, and come back the other way. And as I say, you will rock a little bit, but try and keep the sit bones equal on the floor. Arms are bending, shoulders are coming forward. Just easing everything out. Good. And open your legs as wide as you can, but not to your optimum width, okay? They need to be comfortable. I don't want you to think, oh my God, I can't sit in this for long. Point the toes up. And feel that you're really pressing the legs into the floor. So the heels are pressing down, toes are pointing up, you're soft in the front, and you feel you're really on your sit bones, okay? You're really grounded on your sit bones. Okay, so we're going to do that sort of rotation movement, but with the arms out. So you really need a firm base. Keep the legs active. So we're starting small. It's almost like stirring a big bowl of porridge, okay? So keep the legs strong. We're using the legs a lot in this practice, even though we haven't even stood up yet, okay? So keep them strong, keep the feet strong. And you can come all the way back with this, okay? Again, I'm taking an easier route, but you can come all the way back, keeping the legs strong to balance you, and coming all the way forward. Just do two more in this direction, and we'll go back. See if you can keep I'm pulling my arms in as I come back because I'm protecting myself, but you might want to keep the arms straight. A bit more challenging. Come on, keep the legs strong, really strong. And a few more times. And as you're breathing in, you lengthen. As you're breathing out, pull the belly back. Very good for pelvic health, very good for women, good for anyone, but has particularly good benefits for women. And coming back here. Now let your hands land wherever they land in the front, and feel your heels pulling backwards towards your hips. So your heels are kind of pulling backwards, your sit bones are engaged. We're going to do a nice soft forward fold. I'm going to be very soft. You can go further forward than I am. I'm just placing my hands on the floor here. I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to really strengthen my legs, and I'm going to soften my belly back as I come down towards my forearms. I'm being very gentle here. I'm breathing in, and as I breathe out, it's my belly that comes back, but not in an aggressive way. Take another few breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Strengthen your legs, strengthen them. It's not yin yoga, so don't let them flop. And one more time here, breathe in and gently down. Good, breathe in, look forward. Now I want you to come towards the left toe. Okay, I'm going to come towards the left toe. You might need to bend the knee a little bit, and don't worry if that happens. Do what you need to do. I'm just coming towards my left toe. I'm putting my peace fingers around my toe. All I'm doing, okay, is breathing in and opening out. I'm going to really, this is really going to be nice for my ribs, okay? So it's going to open them up a little bit. And stretch, and breathe out, and come back. We're going to do that about 3 times. Breathing in, keep the legs strong. Stretch, you can stretch right behind. Breathing out, we're going to come back. Now you can bend your elbow a little bit if you feel you've got that space in your body. You can come all the way down and stay down here. And breathe in and come out. And breathe out and come back. And that's as far as we're going with. And you should feel a nice stretch in your right side, maybe the right hip. And breathe in and come up. And if you feel you want to bring your legs together and maybe even kick your bottom like that, just to give some ease to the body, and then bring it back out. And again, make sure you're on your sits bones. Heels are really pushing to the floor, thighs, as though they're strapped down, okay? They're not lifting up unless you have to bend the knees because of hamstring, okay? That's fine. Or if you have too tight here, that's fine. Bend them if you need to. So I'm going to raise up with my right hand. I'm just reaching down to my right toe. And I'm being very careful on this side for the reasons I've explained. Okay, so I'm going to breathe in and just come together on that toe before I stretch out. And see how close I can get to my leg. Breathing in here. I'm opening out. And I'm breathing out and coming back. Keep the legs strong. Breathing in, open. And breathing out, come back. Breathing in here, open. And breathe out as you're out there. Pull the belly back. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out. Come back. And see if you can get a bit lower. We're not doing the full thing because I can't twist my ribs today. But breathing in, and bring the hands back through the center. Great. So bring the legs in, bounce them out. We're just going to bring the feet together one more time and see if we can maybe get the knees a little lower. So you can either hold on to the toes and feet there in front and really squeeze those soles together. Maybe you want to press the forearms, the elbows into the knees a little, or into the sides of the legs here, and maybe you can just put a little bit of pressure on them like this, but not too much. You're just leaning into it a little bit just to encourage, and one at a time without hurting the knees or hurting the hips, just a little bit, just to open them. And I am a person with tight hips, so it's a constant battle for me, constant practice to keep my hips nice and fluid, if you like, okay? Bring the legs together. And we're going to come up. Now, if you've got sore knees, you need to find your way of how you get up, maybe with a chair, etc. But I'm just going to cross my legs and come over onto my knees. Okay? And I'm coming to a standing position. So if you want to, if you feel you just want to let yourself take a little bit of a break for the spine, you can just hang out on Chaturpadasana for a moment before rising up, which can be nice. If you have the ability, your knees are not too tender, you can do this. Now I'm going to tuck my toes, and I'm going to come up into Mervasana, mountain pose. Okay, my heels are off the floor at the moment, and my hands, I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to really bend my knees. I want to get my belly onto my thighs. I'm pressing through my palms, my thumb, my forefinger,
I'm getting my bottom as high as I can. I'm giving my spine a really nice stretch. And I'm also giving myself some space for my ribs here, which is nice. And I'm on my toes, I'm not on my heels. My knees are bent quite deeply. I'm going to breathe in. I'm not coming all the way down onto my knees here, okay? I'm strengthening my feet. I'm going to breathe in and come over and hover. And I'm just going to keep my head in a straight line. I'm not going up with it. I'm looking down. I'm hovering. I'm not putting my knees to the floor. I'm breathing out and I'm coming back up. Okay. Breathing in, I come forward, so my shoulders are over my hands and my knees are hovering. Press into the fingers, press into the palm, the big thumb, the forefinger, the knuckles, press into them, not into the wrists. Breathe in again here and breathe out. Pressing away, press away from your fingers. Put your head down, knees are deeply bent. One more time, breathe in here, come over, head in a nice straight line, breathe. Now, as you breathe in here, lengthen more. As you breathe out, pull the waist and belly in. Breathe in, lengthen, pull the waist and belly in. One last one, breathe in, lengthen. Pull the waist, belly in and come back. And bring your feet to the floor. Maybe you still want to bend your knees. And I'm uncurling. I can't reach out to come up because my ribs are too sore. And all the way up. So, hopefully you're all okay. You're standing now. Please take a sip. I'm going to take a sip of tea. If you've got water or herbal tea, that's good. So, just need to check the time. Oh, that's good. So we're just going to do a little tiny bit of standing work before we come to put our legs up. I want to do our breath work as we are with the feet up on the chair. So I just want to, we do a lot of, I teach a lot of standing up on toes and down. It helps with balance. It helps strengthen the feet, the legs. And it also brings the nervous system into a calmer place. So we're going to do a little bit of that, and we're going to come into a chair pose, okay, the chair pose. That will also strengthen, will really give some strength to the legs as well. If you want to use something between the legs like a block or a cushion, then that's fine, do those things. So just standing up with feet hip distance apart, parallel. Pressing the feet into the floor so that your knees are soft, but you feel a really robust connection with the floor on the earth. Pressing the feet there. I just want you to raise the arms as you breathe in. And lengthen as high as you can and breathe out slowly. Slowly coming down. This really strengthens. I know a couple of you have given me feedback to say that you are much better balancing because of this practice, okay? Strengthening the feet, giving you some confidence as well. Breathing in, really lengthen, high as you can, slowly as you can, and breathe out, all the way out. So you're keeping your heels up until the arms come down, okay? So one more time, breathing in, slowly rise. It's brilliant for calming the nervous system down. So all you're thinking about is the breath and the movement. You're feeling the movement. Now breathe in here, be tall. Breathe out, pull your belly back. Breathe in and breathe out, pull the belly back. You're still up on your toes. Breathe in here. Now come back down with the heels touching as the arms come down. And then you're going to come all the way down. Now I'm being very gentle, So I'm bringing my chest, I want you to bring your chest to the thighs and then the hands to the floor. Drop the head, drop the head. I want you to breathe in, press through those feet and rise up into chair pose. Now, chair pose, people put their hands in funny places, so you want your knees, you know, just over your ankles, not too far forward. The bum comes back, not too far forward, so you weight it back, okay? And you keep the natural lumbar. You don't want to, and you want to just lengthen here. You can look up if you like to, or you can look straight ahead if your neck doesn't like that. Now, I want you to breathe in and come up, pressing through the floor and open up. So that was with the feet on the floor, okay? So we're going to try it on the toes, which will be even more strengthening, but it's likely more challenging. So if you need to drop the heels, then do so. So I'm breathing in here, I'm coming up, I'm lengthening, then I'm thinking of softening my knees. I'm not really thinking of bending them, I'm thinking soft, soft. I'm on the toes. Don't have to bend too far, okay? Keep the weight in the back, bum, you know, keep it weighted here as well. Breathe in and push up. Push up. Breathe out. And you're bringing it down slowly. It really is like working in Tai Chi or Qigong. That's the type of impression it gives. It's very strong, it's very slow, it's very mindful. Okay, breathing in. Up as high as you can. Really lengthen. Some of you might want to bring the palms together. That's a bit more challenging again. Up to you. Chair pose, you have the hands open, so I'm breathing in, lengthening. I'm breathing out. I'm softening my knees. I'm thinking of them melting. I don't think of things bending. I find that that makes it more harsh for me. Bring the arms forward. Weight the butt back. Really sink a little bit more if you can in the knees, but if you can't, don't worry too much. Use the strength. Can you feel the strength? In your thighs, in your ankles, balls of your feet, the toes. Breathe in, push up. If you have to put the heels down and the knees don't like it, please do. Don't do something that's not right. We're trying things here, okay? Suggestions. You all have different levels. We're doing it once more, and then we're going to close the eyes to feel the effects. Breathe in here. Stretch it up. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Breathe out. Keep your eye on one point. Balancing. Because you're coming down slowly as well. Okay? Keep slow. Open up the chest. Try not to have too much tension in the shoulders. Yeah, don't have it up there. Strive. Don't strive too much. Keep breathing. As you breathe out, pull that tummy back. Pull the tummy back so you have the strength to do it. Breathe in here. Up you come. Come on, up on the toes. And breathing out. Slowly, slowly down. Good. Close your eyes. Stand in Samastitihi, the easy observation pose. And just notice. So we have done quite a bit of work to support the lymph system. It's a system. Millions of cells, all these different things that are going on with lymph. So lymph has to work against gravity. So lifting the legs will help that process, okay? And it is a really nice way to relax. What I tend to like to do is I have either a bolster, I don't have a bolster today, but I have a cushion, or you can roll up a blanket or a towel, and I'm going to place that, once my legs are up, I'm going to place that under my hips. So, come as close as you can to your chair or your settee or your ottoman or whatever you've got going. So you've got the hips quite close, and you want to bend the knee, and just let the feet, everything is dangling there,
I'm not holding any muscles. I'm lifting up my pelvis in order, I don't want to put the pillow under my lower back. I don't want it in the curve. I just want it sort of in the sacral area, which is so lovely. And just have your knees bent like this. I've got a cushion so that it doesn't hurt my knee joints there, backs of my knees rather. And open your arms and close your eyes. And relax. Very, very easy inversion. Will lower the heart rate, will lower blood pressure. It's a beautiful practice to do before bed. And it really helps the lymph system. That milky white substance that runs through our bodies, helping us to fight infection, part of our immune system, keeping us healthy, seeking things out that are not right, both internally and externally. You have nodes in your groin, in your belly, in your armpits. These areas need to be looked after. So bring the attention to the breath. No particular rhythm, no particular count. Just in and out of the nostrils. And just bring the attention to this magic fluid, the lymph, flowing from the toes, the legs, from the fingers. This beautiful white magic liquid that flows through the body, looking after us, acknowledging that, honoring that. Through the nodes in the groin area and the stomach, all the way up to the neck and to the heart. Imagining this beautiful white fluid like a white light flowing through our whole system, protecting us, keeping us well. Happy cells. You are made up of about 37 trillion cells. Happy cells, renewing, rejuvenating, being looked after, being cared for. Showing some gratitude to the different systems in your body. Thinking of the lymph as a beautiful white light coursing through your body, your tissues, your cells. Notice how you feel. Notice if you can feel the energy coursing through your body in a relaxed way, in an easy way. Stay with your legs elevated for a few minutes longer. Enjoy your time. Few more minutes, just letting go now of any visualization, any focus on the lymph, any focus on anything specific. Just let yourself be completely free of any practice. Let go. Continue to relax with the legs on the chair, with the back long, the arms open. With your next inhalation, slowly and surely, carefully, maybe draw the knees into the chest so you can roll away safely from the chair or from wherever you are practicing with the legs up. Stay on one side for a couple of moments. And come into a seated position, just sit in cross-legged or sit in Vajrasana, however you feel is best for you today. And I just want to finish with a little, it's a kind of an affirmation, maybe a daily meditation. I do love things like that. This one is The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. It's a favourite of mine. And here we talk about gratitude. So sometimes in life, things happen too fast. We barely solve one problem when two new problems surface. We're feeling great in the morning, but we've submerged into misery by nightfall. Every day we face interruptions, delays, changes and challenges. We face personality conflicts and disappointments. Often, when we're feeling overwhelmed, we can't see the lessons in these experiences. One simple concept can get us through the most stressful of times. Gratitude. We learn to say thank you, even in the face of adversity, for those problems and feelings. Thank you for the way things are. Whether you like it or you don't, thank you anyway. Forcing gratitude as a practice until it becomes habitual. Gratitude helps us stop trying to control outcomes to suit our egoic needs. It is the key that unlocks positive energy in our life. It is the alchemy that turns problems into blessings and the unexpected into gifts. So today I will be grateful. I will start the process of turning today's pain into tomorrow's joy. And that's really good because my teacher, Dr. Ananda, often talks about gratitude being the best attitude. And that can be hard sometimes. I didn't feel very grateful this morning for the pain in my ribs. I felt annoyed and frustrated, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to affect my practice, this is going to affect my teaching. And, maybe I'm being taught a lesson here that, I need to learn patience, and that accidents will happen, and my ribs won't be sore forever, and I'm, sensible enough to take things slowly. But also gratitude, Dr. Nanda's mother, Meenakshi Devi Amaji, who has been ill recently but is thankfully recovering now very well, it says gratitude is the best therapy. And I think that's wonderful, gratitude as a therapy. So just remembering every day, not in a pious way or holier than thou way or spiritual bypass way, but just in a very human way, what we can be grateful for can be a really soothing, healing practice. And I have a lot to be grateful for. I just listen to the news and hear how many people have lost loved ones, and thankfully, thank God, that hasn't happened to me during COVID. So I'm very grateful for that. Okay, so let's close our hands and close our eyes. And just feel into the benefits of the practice, if there are any, if you feel better, if you feel a little bit more spacious, a little bit more grounded. Let's be grateful for that. Let's be grateful for the privilege of practicing yoga. Bow your head to your fingers. And thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.